Good day. So this is a very messy job to take out grass, existing established grass. So I'll just quickly show you what I'm doing. There's obviously a lot of different ways to edge your lawn or just to remove grass, but I'm doing it the most labor intensive way because I get immediate results, and I'm just doing edging. But I actually did this for all of my garden beds in the backyard. I hand dug everything out using this like hand tool here has a serrated edge on this side, and I also use a half moon. Let me go get it. There we go. So this half moon shovel is really handy to just cut into the grass, and you can like jump on it and step on it, which I think you saw in the time lapse. I did a couple times because of roots. So once I make a line, sometimes I'll break them up into like 1 foot sections and but it rains so much that I can just pull it out, the grass, by hand, and I find that it just rips on its own. So if you just get a good chunk in your hand, it just kind of tears off fairly easily depending on its root system. So what you'll notice, the bad thing about it rains, is that it comes with a lot of really good soil, bugs, worms that you definitely want to keep. So then what I do is I turn it upside down and I knock off all of the soil by shaking it and hitting it with the serrated edge of this trowel. And then I'll pick out any worms I see because I want to keep those. And then once I think that it's basically just roots, yeah, and then when you're hitting it, it gets all over you. I must look hilarious right now. The other way of doing it would be to take the whole big chunk that I showed you from before. Like, so take up this and then just flip it on its other side and then put some sort of mulch on top of it, like maybe compost, a layer of compost, and then mulch on top of it, and the grass will decompose, and maybe you'll get like a little bit, but not that much. So I did that method at the back part shade garden. I don't want to do that here for edging, of course, because I want my edging to have a sharp gap here so that the grass is less likely to grow through it whenever there's like a gap, like a cliff edge here. Then the roots will stop because they'll go through the soil, and then they'll see, they'll grow through air and they'll be like, that's not soil, so then they'll just grow down instead of across. So that's why I'm doing it the labor intensive way. Also, after this much rain, there are just so many mosquitoes, and what I tried to do is spray some, I'll go get it. I'll show it to you. So this stuff right here, can you see that? Yeah. So it's got like citronella in it, a bunch of different, it's oil based, so that's always fun because that's why the soil is sticking to me so much. Eucalyptus, pine needle, geranium, and camphor. And I sprayed this basically all around me, and honestly I think it did the trick. Like, I'll find out more tomorrow if I got bit, but they were bothering me like all up in my face when I was working over there, and it was just driving me nuts. So I put that on and they're not all up in my face anymore. So I'm gonna finish this off and do the back. happened to my bun? All right, I'll turn this around and let you see. There we go, a nice tidy edge so that when I cut the grass, I'm not cutting into those heucheras. A little bit of a sharp corner there, but nah, it's all right. It's not gonna be perfect. Right, Coco? Did you guys see Coco in the time lapse go into his little pool? Yeah, he loves going in the water. This looks so much better. Oh yeah, obviously you probably noticed that I don't mulch. And I really should. But I guess what I'm trying to figure out is if I want to put ground cover in between all of the plants, like, and just have different ground covers. I don't know, or if I should have this like kind of dark soil look with the sharp edge line. It does look very manicured, I gotta say. And there's a little bit of moss here. What's that? There. I like that. There's more moss growing right there. You never know when you need moss. See, like, I could technically let this all moss up and there'll be less weeds, or I can go get one of my many sedums. Oh, this line wasn't perfect. It just should come out here more, but it, like, significantly more. And I don't think the garbage people would be very impressed if I gave them another load of grass. Okay, so that edging is done. The island bed, I have the brick here. I always thought it was going to be temporary, and then I realized that I have some major soil problems here where it's like it's on a slope, and in the last rain the soil came out here, so I kind of do need a bit of a retaining wall there. I'm not sure what to do with this, but I have to keep some brick, I think. I have more brick, and I might lay a flat brick along the side here so it's easier to mow because I don't have a whippersnipper. And that's that. The last thing I forgot to mention was the third way of removing grass would be like the other video I made, which was the lasagna kind of method, where you cover it with layer of either newspaper or cardboard, and then you put compost and then mulch, or just compost, and then you just wait for like a year before planting anything. Now I could have done that with the edge here, but I would have had to have bought more, you know, compost or some mulch, and that gets expensive, so I just did the hard labor instead, and then it's instant results. But then you can't dispose of grass very easily here, so here they are, just little bits of heavy grass and earth. And I hope the garbage people take it. They took it last time. I hope they take it again. Coco, are we all done the work? You say, have a good day until next time. Have a good day, and until next time.